the water volleyball going on. Almost all the resorts have 2 separate pools where you can go chill if you want to. And then if you want to play a game of pool volleyball or, do something a little more upbeat, they have those as well. Oh, we got a dog in the we got our dog Lucky.
We have a dog in the studio.
Our dog Lucky is in the studio. Bull in a china shop. She's going to knock everything over. Hey.
So another great thing about the resort that we're going to is if you play golf. There is a 9-hole golf course at this resort. We didn't do it last time just because it was really hot and I didn't feel like just sitting there in the cart while he played golf and it's like 100 degrees outside with 100% humidity. But for some people, that might be your thing. But beautiful 9-hole course in the mountains. Your green fees are included, but you do have to pay for a caddy and then club and cart rental. All in all, I think it ends up being roughly about $100, so it's not too bad. But I'm guessing he will probably want to play that this time around. So
yeah, I missed that last time, and I'm not a great golfer by any stretch of the imagination, but I do enjoy it a lot. So yeah, if you're not going to tag along with me, I'll just roll with the caddy.
That's fine. I will sit by the pool.
Okay. It's 9 holes, so I can get through that pretty quickly as long as it's not too busy. And then,
and they're actually building another golf course. They're in the process of doing that right now. Yes, it's not at the resort, but it's in St. Louis. Be a part of all of the Sandals, and they'll give you transfers there. But I believe it's going to be called the Cap Estate Golf Course. I could be mistaken on that, but I know that is coming soon, and that's going to be an 18-hole course.
Nice, that'll be fun. Okay, yes. Well, I even if it's there when we're there, I don't want to do a full 18. I think because it's just me, we'll do I'll do 9 and come back and we'll hang out. But yeah, super excited. I will definitely post a lot of pictures of the course on our Facebook, facebook.com/Penyak Travel. And then also, obviously, Instagram. We'll probably do some stories or something. We'll do something fun to that because I want to, I think that's something that not a lot of people think about, that if you're golfers and say you want to go on a couples trip and the guys want to go play golf one day and the girls want to go do a spa day at like the Red Lane Spa or something, that is doable at a lot of properties. So a lot of Sandals properties. I know Exuma has it. St. Lucia has it.
Yeah, and then in Jamaica.
Jamaica's got it as well. Yeah. And I haven't experienced it myself, but I will definitely, once I do experience it, hopefully play well enough where I can post a video or two. Maybe I'll get the caddy to do it or something. I'm sure they'd be cool enough to do something like that.
Yeah.
Okay. So we're super excited. We're going to do, once we get there, that's September. I know it's a little far out. We'll definitely do a lot of content around that. We always like to do a nice review of the property, give you guys our thoughts on the food quality and the ambiance and drink quality and things to do. And
aside too, sorry to interrupt you, aside from just talking about the resort, just the overall island, if you want a place that's going to give you a good mixture of both, where if you just want to lounge on the beach or by the pool and chill for a couple of days, it's great for that. And then maybe another couple of days you might want some adventure packed in and go zip lining or go through the drive-in volcano or snorkeling or hiking the Piton Mountains. I mean, there's so many things to do in St. Lucia, and that island is absolutely perfect to give you a good mix of both.
Yes, no, absolutely. My mom was actually calling my cell whenever you're talking, so I lost track there. But no, I agree, because, and that's the thing, like, every property's different. So we were talking about how, like, St. Lucia is not it's not a beach property, and I think...
Well, not the Regency La Toc.
Not the La Toc, yeah, exactly.
Over at the Grand St. Lucian, that one has a beautiful beach with the calm Caribbean Sea, so if you're more of a beach person... that one might suit you better in terms of the 3 Sandals that are there, but it is a good bit more expensive. So then if you don't want to, spend that much more, then staying over, I think, at the Regency La Toc is a great choice. And then you can just hop on the shuttle and you're at the other resort in about 20 minutes. Now, there's a third Sandals resort called Sandals Halcyon, but it's very quiet. I would recommend it for... generally speaking, older people or, anyone who doesn't really care about a lot of nightlife.
It's got more senior crowd there.
Yeah, and a lot of Europeans go to that resort. So people that I tend to send to St. Lucia, I either put at the Grand St. Lucian or the Regency La Toc based on your needs, but you really can't go wrong with any of those. Now, there's also some other great resorts on the island. If you don't want all-inclusive, Jade Mountain. Some of you might have seen that resort featured on The Bachelor.
That's a popular one, yeah.
Yeah,
I think
it's beautiful.
You get asked about that a lot because it was on The Bachelor,
yes.
right? And it's, for me, it is beautiful. I remember seeing it whenever we were on St. Lucia the first time. We actually did that tour, remember?
Yes.
And the Pitons are these two peaks, two highest peaks on the island. They're right next to each other. And if you ever Google St. Lucia, like Google image it, you'll probably see a picture of the Pitons. And it is phenomenal to see. You can hike them.
Yeah. A
lot of people hike to the top, and you get these incredible 360 views of the island. I've never done that. Maybe we can give it a crack one day. I think we'll make it about halfway up and then say, let's go back to the swim-up bar.
Yeah.
But yeah, so, Jade Mountain, that resort is there. It's super popular. We prefer, I know you and I prefer the all-inclusive because every restaurant on site, there's like 6 restaurants on site, and they're included. And the drinks. But yeah, if you don't want the all-inclusive, if it's something you're probably not going to take advantage of, then yeah, Jade Mountain's probably a great. Now, it's higher, though. Like, even to get in, it's a little higher, right?
Yes. I mean, it's a very expensive resort. It's probably one of, if not the most expensive resort on the island. Some other ones there that are great are the Sugar Beach. And that's also right there in Soufrière.
Sugar.
at the Piton Mountains. And then there's also Ladera. And Ladera is very unique because all of the rooms only have 3 walls. And your 4th wall is open air facing the Pitons. But you're up on the mountains, so you always have a breeze through your room. But yeah, when you wake up in the morning, you may end up with a lizard or 2 in your room. But it's a very romantic and beautiful resort. That if you're definitely looking for something a little different and you maybe be a little bit more with nature, it's a great option.
Yeah, and I remember, and we'll double check this when we're there, but one of the most interesting things I thought about the island, what made it so unique, is when we were there, we were told, and I'll do my Googling on this and due diligence, that the island of St. Lucia didn't have any breeds of mosquitoes on it. Remember? Every restaurant was like open air. I don't know if that's true today.
Yeah, I don't know if that's true today. Because I know the Zico had been there.
Oh, so. Okay, never mind. Okay, so maybe something had happened between now and then, or maybe there was an island guy having too much rum that gave us a little
could be it.
bad information. He doesn't feel the mosquito bites.
He doesn't feel them.
I've been drinking the rum. No, that's hilarious. So I know one of the so we're staying at Sandals of Talk. Super excited. Real quick, what about, we're doing excursions right now. We like to lounge. Like when we go on vacation, we like to shut it down. Now, we will, while we're there, do an excursion or 2. We recommend doing a couple excursions to go see the island. Do you want, I can kind of tee up what we're doing here. I know we're doing.
We're doing the helicopter.
That's kind of an excursion.
Yes,
that's
kind
from
of an
the airport.
excursion.
Sure.
Then we are going to, this is not really an excursion, but we're going to take advantage of the great spa at the resort. We're going to do a couples massage.
We won't film that.
Yeah, we're going to film that.
I remember the first time I did a couples massage at Sandals, I didn't know where the line was of how much clothes should you take off? Should you be fully naked? I don't know. I think some people go in fully naked. I rolled in just my underwear, right? No, I was fully naked.
No, you were fully naked at first, and then
I
told
went back
you.
Yeah, I got to go back.
What are you doing, babe?
Yeah.
And then he went and put
some boxer briefs.
Because he was worried about getting rubbed down by a man. So.
Oh yeah.
But it was a female masseuse.
We did a female, no knock against that if that's whatever. But we're doing the spa. But we're also doing a is it a sunset cruise to the Pitons?
Yeah, we're going to do a sunset cruise to the Pitons because we went during the day. And so now I want to go see them at sunset. And it's like a dinner cruise and then kind of a booze cruise on the way back. So that'll be a lot of fun. And then we're also going to go do a reading road trip with the Sandals Foundation and go to a local school, which we did this when we were in Grenada last year. And it was, I have to say, the best tour and excursion that we've ever done. Just all the kids are so happy, and it was just a very humbling experience. So I'm so excited to do the same thing in St. Lucia, and we'll go read to the kids, hang out with them for a couple hours, and it'll be a lot of fun. So
yeah, I'll never forget doing the first reading road trip. I think most of the islands, if not all of them, offer it. And what you do is essentially you take about a half day. It's not a long excursion. Sandals will come pick you up from the property. You'll have a driver take you to a local school, and you can read to the kids there. And it's when we went in Grenada, it was elementary school aged kids. They were probably like 6 to 9. I remember the school had no AC. I felt so bad for them. We were burning up, but they were just used to it. I think they're just accustomed to it.
Yeah, we're pouring sweat, and they're not sweating at all.
Yeah, and we just could not believe that these kids were as happy as they were being out there in 99 degrees in a concrete building with no heat.
Having so little and being so
appreciative
and happy. I mean, it just kind of puts a lot of things into perspective. And
yeah, and traveling, I think getting out of the country in general will just enrich you personally and get you exposed to other things.
Travel is the only thing you buy that makes you richer.
I agree with you there, 100%. Yep. And that experience that I'll never forget. So we highly, highly recommend if you want to take a half day and give back to these islands that are so beautiful and give us so much joy when we travel. Highly, highly recommend it because the kids are phenomenal. Sandals will take care of everything. You just get picked up, and then you'll get escorted. You'll do a little tour of the school. You'll sit down with the kids. They're so excited to see you because it's something different. I think it's like a change of pace for them.
Yes.
And super fun.
They only do them on Thursdays.
Yeah. Now, you and I, we always try to bring school supplies. So we that's one of the...
With the Sandals Foundation, you can... It's called Pack for a Purpose, and you can bring up to 5 pounds of school supplies in your suitcase with you, and then give it to the front desk whenever you check in at the resort, and they'll donate it to the local schools. And if you don't have room in your suitcase, if you don't want to do that, then whenever you check in, you'll also be asked if you'd like to donate. But 100% of everything that's given to the Sandals Foundation goes back into the Caribbean islands. They don't take a dime. So.
Yeah, and that's great. And I think more larger companies like Sandals that are based in the Caribbean should do that. And I'm sure a lot of them do, but Sandals just does a really good job. I mean, the amount that they donate from travel agents and their vendor partners that give to these schools, it's computers, it's as small as a pencil and as big as a computer, and air conditioning units. And we're super excited to continue to support that. And that's probably the biggest foundation right now that we support, because when we travel, we send a lot of our clients to the Caribbean. We're based in South Carolina. It's very convenient to get to the Caribbean, and we get so much out of it. It's good to give back. So we'll continue talking about St. Lucia on a future episode, but since we're coming to a close here, I just kind of want to throw kind of a would you rather question at you.
Okay.
Or maybe we'll call it asking for a friend.
Okay.
I mean, I'm not really asking for a friend, but I think we might have two opinions on this. I think it'd be cool to debate. So, budgets are the same. Let me throw a budget at you of, let's say you got a budget of $3,000.
Okay.
Cruise or all-inclusive? I think there's a lot of, that's a typical budget that we hear from younger couples, and we always hear, well, one likes a cruise and one likes all-inclusive. Now, we're not saying that one's bad, but what would you recommend? What would you do?
If I had $3,000 to spend on an all-inclusive,
flying out of Charlotte, you got to think you're in the Carolinas here.
I would go to an all-inclusive. I do absolutely love cruises. We've been on like 10 cruises, but it's just a different kind of vacation. It's a lot more busy. You might have several places.
The cruises are more busy, or the all-inclusive?
Yeah, the cruises are more busy. Yeah. So you're going to stop at a couple of ports, which is cool because you get to see, a couple of different places, and you only have to unpack once. But you only get a couple of hours on each island, so you don't get to experience the island and the culture and really see it. And when you go on an all-inclusive, you just,
we like
unpack,
to unpack,
and you put your wallets away, and you just chill. And, you can hang out for a week. And $3,000 from Charlotte will get you, especially if you go during the fall, will get you a really nice place in the Dominican Republic or in Riviera Maya area of Mexico. And I would 1,000 times over do that than versus a cruise.
I love the answer. Two thoughts. So